कौन मेरे साथ कर रहा है? Just put a me in the chat box. Who all are doing it with me? Who all are trying today with me? Asmita, Ishanvi, Shreya, Sandhya, Kirtana, Harita. Okay, we have a amazing group of people who are trying it with me. Now, before starting the session, I am just quickly putting the list of the material, the basic material that we are going to require for today's session. जो कर रहे हैं बहुत अच्छा, जो नहीं कर रहे हैं, if you think you have these material, go grab it फटाफट and we will start. Beads and feathers are very optional. You can see the process and follow it later on once you have the material. But at least if you can learn the webbing pattern, that would be great. All right.
Ma'am, will you show the same pattern which the host has showed us?
Yeah, we'll be doing that basic pattern only.
Okay.
Okay. And one more thing, before we move ahead, jinke paas bhi material, I have put the list of the material. Go through it, grab it quickly, and we'll be starting the session in another 2 minutes. Before that, a quick introduction about myself. I am Ritika Kunal Makwana. I'm from Pune. I run a brand named Joybox Dreams. I have been making Dreamcatchers for the past 4 years. And for the past 2 years, I have been teaching amazing people who are pursuing their passion, their profession along with their passion. Okay. So making Dreamcatcher is something very beautiful. It's one of the best meditation. Any DIY, any craft activity is kind of a meditation. So yes, that's the reason I'm here to share my knowledge, my passion with you all here. Okay. So now we start with the first part of our Dreamcatcher. If you do not have a proper ring, proper Dreamcatcher steel ring, no problem. You can use a bangle also. I am using a bangle. Okay, you can use a bangle. So for the first part, we are going to need a bangle. Apply Fevicol anywhere on the bangle or the ring that you have. Take one end of your satin ribbon and stick it on the part where you have applied the Fevicol. Now, start wrapping your satin ribbon on your bangle or the ring that you're using. Okay?
Ma'am, can we wrap the thread as well?
You can wrap the thread, but the only problem here is going to be, it will take a lot more time than satin ribbon. If I take 5 minutes for satin ribbon, I'll take 10 minutes for the thread. Okay, so the time is double. So if you have a satin ribbon, that will be really nice. The reason I'm saying, because we have only an hour. In an hour, we need to finish everything. And I don't want anybody, jo mere saath kar rahe, who all are doing it with me, to stay behind or miss out on any of the part. Okay. सिर्फ एक ही चीज ध्यान में रखना है, to keep a satin ribbon tight. आपको आपकी satin ribbon को tightly wrap करना है. कहीं से भी इस तरीके से ऐसे लूज नहीं होनी चाहिए. It will look very shabby. So pull it and make it tight. I will go for 2 rounds. It's optional. मुझे 2 rounds पसंद है because it gives a little volume to my ring. That's the reason I'll be going for 2 rounds. It's completely optional. You can go for 1 round as well. Now if you see, मैंने कहीं भी extra Fevicol नहीं लगाया, सिर्फ starting में लगाया था, and after that, in the same way, without adding any extra Fevicol, मैं सिर्फ wrap कर रही हूँ. So आप भी यही कर सकते हो. Do not go in the hassle of applying Fevicol again and again. Here we go, completing my second round. And the little end that you can see, I'm going to apply a little Fevicol there on that part, and in the same way, I'm going to just wrap and stick it. Okay. It's Fevicol. It will take a little bit of time Apply Fevicol in a nice amount, and it will stick easy. Okay, so after getting done with sticking, this is how my ring is going to look once wrapped for 2 times. Why did I wrap for 2 times? Because it gives a little volume to my ring. Bangle patli hoti hai, ring patli hoti hai jo Dreamcatcher ke. So to give it a little bit of volume, I have wrapped it twice. It's optional. Okay, is this part clear? Is the wrapping part clear? It's very easy, nothing to worry about. Very simple. Is it clear? Can I get some thumbs up? Yes. Great, 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 great. Awesome. So that's how it is looking. Now, जो भी मेरे साथ कर रहे हैं, whoever is doing it with me, I want you guys to put a done in the chat box once you guys have finished that. Yes, I will repeat it again. End part, where did you insert? I did not insert the end part anywhere. I just stuck it with the Fevicol. No inserting. Okay, Shreya? I hope that is clear to you. Anisha, you haven't missed much. Just take a ring and a satin ribbon. One end of a satin ribbon, stick it on the ring with the help of the Fevicol and start wrapping the other part. Is that clear? Whoever has finished.
Wait for 1 minute?
Sorry?
Can you just wait for 1 minute? I'll just finish up wrapping.
I am waiting. I am waiting. You can finish your wrapping part. I am waiting. We are waiting for another 2 minutes. So everybody who is doing, do it and then we'll move ahead. Meanwhile, jinka ho gaya hai, please put a done in the chat box so that I know that you guys are done. Yes, great. Any difficulty till now? Anybody is facing any kind of problem? Which ring have you taken? It's a normal Dreamcatcher ring, metal ring. Right now, I have used as a bangle. No, I am not using wooden ring. It's a bangle, metal ring I'm using. I'll just show you how a proper Dreamcatcher ring looks. So this is how a metal ring or a Dreamcatcher ring looks. It's available in any art and craft store or any stationery also. Now these things have become a little common. So you can find it here and there. And if not anywhere, then Amazon you can surely find. Yes, you can use glue gun if you're comfortable using. Use glue gun. Yes, Asmita, you can use wooden ring also. But I request you in the workshop, please use a ring that is of this size. I don't want you guys to miss out on the webbing pattern. All right, whoever is done, bangle will do. I have already mentioned, if you do not have a ring for now, bangle is completely okay for practice. Now, before we move ahead, in the chat box, I am putting the names of the thread that are commonly used to make these dream catchers. Okay? Please take a note of it or just take a screenshot. Size of the ring can be 2.5 inch to 3 inch, nothing more than that. For now, later on, you can do it on any size of the ring that you like. So purse thread or cotton crochet or embroidery thread. So this is what a purse thread looks like. Okay. It's a thicker thread, slightly thicker. And this is what a cotton crochet thread looks like. This is thinner. Anchor thread is same as cotton crochet thread. It's just the name of the company. Please take a note of the threads. I won't be able to write it again and again once I start with the webbing pattern. So abhi hi aap thread ke names mention kar lijiye. These threads are commonly used to make the web of these dream catchers. Okay, great. We are moving to the second part, that is the webbing pattern. Now for webbing pattern, I am using a purse thread. Okay, you can use any thread that is available with you. For this part, I will quickly adjust my camera. Just give me a second.
Ma'am, will a satin thread work?
Satin thread.
Yes.
You mean the silk thread?
Yeah, silk thread.
Silk thread will work. I have not worked with silk thread yet, but it is very thin. If
Yes,
I am
it is thin,
wrong.
but it's unbreakable. Like right now, I did not have any of those. So I just thought if I could try with this.
You can
I'm
try.
not.
You can try. Yes, you
Okay.
can try. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is the ring visible?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now this is my thread. This is my thread. One end and the other end. Okay. I'm going to take one end of my thread and tie it on my ring like this with a simple double knot. कुछ भी अलग नहीं है, कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा नहीं है. हम जैसे सिंपल नॉट बांधते हैं कोई भी स्ट्रिंग को अटैच करने के लिए कोई सरफेस पे, उसी तरह से हमें डबल नॉट लगानी है. So here we go. Just make sure that it is tight enough. Yes, just make it tight. And once you knot it, this knot is not supposed to be up. Yes, you can use a woolen thread. This knot is supposed to be downwards inside the circle. Is this clear? Is this visible? Just give me a second. This will give you guys a better view. Yes, so now we are about to start with a webbing pattern. Your voice is breaking. Is my voice breaking? Am I not audible clearly?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, you're audible.
You're
Okay,
audible.
Okay, thank you. Asmita, please check your connection. Can you repeat once again? What do you want me to repeat, Maitri? The knotting part, is it? Yes, okay. So this is one end of your thread. Just take that end, go over the ring. First knot, simple knot जैसे हम हमेशा बनाते हैं. And ये रही हमारी second knot.
Also, guys, if you have any questions, right, you can ask in the chat box. I have muted everyone. Is that
Here you go.
okay?
2 knots. Is it clear? Is it clear now, Maitri? Great. All right. So now we are moving with the most interesting part of our Dreamcatcher, that is the web. It's the basic web, the first web of Dreamcatcher, also known as the spider web. Okay. So here we begin. जो end हमारा string पे attached है, we are going to start working from there. Okay. We are using that string and we are going to work. Go from the top. Ring के ऊपर से जाना है इस तरीके से. You see a gap between the ring and the string. The other end is going to come from below. I'm coming from below. ऊपर आ रही हूँ. I am going to pull this string out. And now you will see a loop or a knot is formed like this. Okay, a knot is formed like this. इस knot को मैं shift कर दूंगी. I want to make loops now. So to make those loops, at 1 finger distance, I am going to tighten it. Here you go. 1 finger distance, I have tightened it. Doing it again, don't worry. Ring के ऊपर से जाना है, go from the top of your ring. The other end will come from below. Pull it out. A loop is formed. Push that loop at your desired distance, 1 finger distance, and tighten it. Tight कैसे करेंगे? नीचे खींच के हम इसे tight कर देंगे. Again, ring के ऊपर से जाना है, go from the top of your ring. Other end coming from below. Pull it out and tighten it at 1 finger distance. Same way, ring के ऊपर से जाना है, go from the top of your ring. दूसरा end ring के नीचे से ऊपर आएगा आपकी तरफ, अपनी तरफ खींच लो. एक knot सा बन गया है, knot को push कर दो at 1 finger distance and नीचे खींच के आप इसे tight कर दीजिए. Again, go from the top of your ring, other end coming from below, pull it out, push the string, tighten it at 1 finger distance. Go from the top of your ring, other end coming from below, pull it out, push it at 1 finger distance. जो distance है between the loops, the distance between the loops should be the same. ये distance same होना चाहिए in order to make a beautiful and a symmetric web. Ring के ऊपर से जाना है, other end coming from below, pull it out, push it, tighten it at 1 finger distance. Go from the top of your ring, other end coming from below, pull it out, tighten it at 1 finger distance, making the last knot of round 1. Same way, go from the top of your ring, other end coming from below, pull it out, push this loop right next to your starting point. It has to be right next to. There shouldn't be any gap, no two different points, okay? So this was my starting point and this next to it is my ending point. So your starting point and your ending point are going to be at 1 point only. So when I count my points, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, after first round, this is how my ring is going to look with the loops. Is this part clear? Is round 1 clear? Okay, 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 great, great. All right, very nice. So now, for the first round, our base was this ring. Okay, this ring was the base. Now for the second round, ये जो loops हमने create किए हैं, they are going to be our base for the second round. So what do I mean? I mean that our thread is going to pass in these loops. अभी ring से कोई connection नहीं है. Okay, go from the top. You see a little string has come out on the other side. पीछे के side पे एक new string, एक छोटी सी string आई है. Push it with the other finger, with the finger of your other hand, just push it inside like this. Okay, इस तरह से. So this is how it is going to look. A big string on the right, a big string on the left, and a small string in between. Just pull that small string. And जैसा loop यहाँ पे ring पे बन रहा था, वैसा same loop यहाँ पे बनेगा on the string. I will be doing it again. Don't worry. Do not panic if you did not understand. मैं वापस आपको कर कर दिखाऊंगी. So this is the first point or the starting point of round 2. And this is how it is going to look. Maybe a small gap or a line. I will be doing it again. Please observe. I have got a little closer. Go from the top of the loop. Okay. जो दूसरा string नीचे आया है, just push it inside like this. Pull this little string towards you. आपकी तरफ इसे खींचना है. And a knot in the center. Doing it again. Now, if you see, this is a small triangle or a small gap. This is a proper triangle. Now we are going to get all the next loops are going to be our triangles. Watch again, go from the top. A small string has come out on the other side. Push it inside the circle like this. Pull it out. And tighten it in the center. This point should not go to the right or to the left. It should be in the center. Same way, go from the top. Get it out from below. Tighten it in the center. Again, ऊपर से जाना है. छोटे वाले एंड को अपनी तरफ पुश कर लो सर्कल के अंदर. बाहर खींच लीजिए. Tighten it in the center. Same way, following the same process, go from the top. Push the little end towards you. Pull it out. pull it out. I have already mentioned that I am using a purse thread. Go from the top. Small string has come out on the other side. Just push it inside the circle towards you. Pull it out. ये loop बनना बहुत जरूरी है. If you are getting a loop like this, then you are right. If you're not getting it, then you're going wrong somewhere. So try that you get this loop. Go from the top, push the little end towards you, pull it out and tie it. Now, please pay attention on the screen. Please pay attention on the screen, everybody who is doing or who is not doing. This is the most important part, and this is where everybody goes wrong. Okay, so I do not want you guys to go wrong. So now if you can see, I have two gaps, one gap and two gap, second gap. Okay, so now I will use the first gap and I'll see what happens. Here I go. I have used a smaller gap, okay, now. And this is how my work is looking after using the smaller gap. Please take a note of this picture and keep it in your mind. Okay, just keep this picture in your mind because I'll be asking a question later on. Now I'll be using the bigger gap. Let's see what happens. I use the smaller gap now. I'm using the bigger gap. Go from the top, push the little end towards you, pull it out. Same process to be followed. Here I go and I have used the bigger gap. Now, after using the bigger gap, this is what my ring is looking like. This is what my second round of the web is looking like. So which one did you like? The small gap or the big gap? You can quickly put it in the chat box. Kirtana says big, big, small, big, 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 big. Why big? Anybody? Why big? Second one, bigger. Vasavi says small. Why big? Symmetrical. Okay. I will show it once again. I'll repeat the process again. Don't worry. Looking clear. Neat. It looks neat. All are even. Okay. Triangle is visible. Okay. The finishing is good. Okay, great. Okay. So everybody who has asked me to repeat, I'll be repeating the last part again. But yes, everybody who said big gap are absolutely correct. You are not supposed to go in the smaller gap. I will show again. अगर मैं छोटे gap में जाती हूँ तो क्या होता है? And जब मैं बड़े gap में जाती हूँ तो क्या होता है? I've gone in the smaller gap right now. So now if you observe my triangles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 triangles are equal, but here in the 9th triangle, I have 2 small triangles. And I don't want that. It is not looking equal. This is forming a small triangle and this is forming a ulta triangle. I don't want that in my work. So if I continue in that way, I will get that thing in my entire web and I don't want that. So I am going in the bigger place. Okay. Go from the top, push the little end and tighten it. Here we go. And our triangle is formed and all our 9 triangles are equal. That is point 1. Second point, I had already mentioned in the beginning that starting point and ending point. Starting point and ending point has to be the same. This is the starting point of second round and my ending point of second round is right next to that. So everywhere you're going to have 2 points. Is this part clear? Is this part clear? Okay, okay. Very good. Okay, great. Great. Okay. So whoever has understood and who all are doing it with me, you're going to continue in the same way till you reach the center of your circle. Okay. जिनको नहीं समझ में आया है, please have a look at the screen once again as to how to form, how to start with your second round or how to form these triangles. Okay. So for the next round, now for the first round, the the ring was the base. For the second round, the loops that we created, round 1 was the base. Now for the third round, round 2 is going to be the base. These triangles are going to be my base. So I go from the top. You see a small string has come out on the other side. Push it inside. Pull it out. this becomes the first point or the starting point of round 3. Okay, this is how the starting point is going to look. It's going to look like a line or a small gap. Okay, if you are getting that, it's right, it is not wrong. Going in the next triangle, go from the top, push the little end towards you, pull it out, tighten it in the center. This is how my triangle is. Shreya, second round, third round, all the rounds are same. The process is the same. You can follow this round as well. If you want, I will start it again for you. I am starting the third round again for you. So supposedly you have finished your round 1 here. Now you are about to start your second round. So this is the loop that you will be having. Don't focus on the triangle. This is the loop you will be having. So go on top of your loop. Push the little end towards you like this inside and pull it up. Here you make the first point. First point or the starting point of round 2 or 3, whichever round you're going for. That's the second point, and a triangle is formed. From the second point, the triangles will start forming. The first point will always look like a line or a small gap. So it's completely right. It's not wrong if you're getting that. If you're not getting that, then you have made a mistake in the ending of round 2. Okay? If you're not getting that. That means if you're not getting that, that means you went in the smaller gap where you were not supposed to go, and only then you will not get these 2 lines. So in the same way, go from the top, here you go, second last knot of round 3. Now I am completing my round 3 and I have come in a place again where I have 2 gaps, the small gap and the big gap. I'm going in the big gap from the top, push the little end towards you, pull it out and tighten. Starting point, ending point right next to each other. Going for my round 4, go from the top. For every next round, you are going to use your previous round. Same way, the process is the same. There is no change in the procedure. जैसे आपने स्टार्ट किया था, बस उसी प्रोसेस के साथ आप उसे खत्म भी करोगे. There is no change, just one process going throughout the circle and your pattern will be formed. Going from the top, ऊपर से जाना है, नीचे से अंदर आना है. That's the in the most simplest way I can tell you is that कि ऊपर से जाना है और नीचे से अंदर आना है. That's it. Go from the top, second last knot of round 4. Completing my round 4 now. Again, I am in a place where I have 2 gaps, small and the big, always going in the big. And here you go. Going for round 5 in the same way. Now you see the circles have started getting smaller. The circle has started getting smaller and the triangles have started getting smaller. So when my triangles are smaller, I have to be extra careful and go in each triangle without missing out on any of them. If you are using a cotton thread, it's a request to use a needle. Your work will be much easier. Not a request, a suggestion, sorry. Here you go. Third last knot of round 5. Second last knot of round 5. And for satin thread also you can use a needle, I suppose. Now I am completing my round 5. Small gap, big gap, go in the bigger gap, come inside and tighten. Now I have completed. Now I want to stop my work. I want to end my work. Okay. So after making the last round or last knot of round 5, I'm going to go back in the same place, in the same triangle. Go from the top, same way, push the little end towards you, pull it out, and just tighten it. So 2 same knot in one place will give you your sealing knot. Okay. And after this is how my work is going to look. So if you can see this 2 definite lines, this is right. It's not wrong. It has to be there in your work. Okay. If it is not there, then it might be wrong. But if you have that, it is not wrong. Thank you so much, Trip. So now, yes, in every, it's not about 9 knots. These knots can be any number. It can be 9, it can be 7, it can be 11. It can be 10 also. Okay. So it's not, it depends upon the size of your loop. The first round is going to decide how many knots you will be having. So if you have 9 here, in every round, you will be having 9 knots. If you have 7 here, every round you will be having 7 knots. Is it correct? Can you show the last ending knot? Yes, I will show the last ending knot once again. Just give me a second. Here you go. Second last knot of round 5. First, I will make the last knot of round 5. And then I will make the sealing knot of round 5. So here I go with the last knot. I have completed my circle. Just give me a second. I have completed my circle. Now, in the same place, in the bigger place, again I'm going to go. नीचे से अंदर आऊंगी वापस. And in the same place, I am going to make the same knot. So 2 same knot in one place will give you your last final sealing knot. Is that clear now? Divyanshi. And anybody who had not understood. Okay, so after that, now I have this string remaining. I am just going to leave a little bit of the string and cut the extra part. And this part, I am going to stick it with the help of a Fevicol, so that even after years, it will not come. And this is how it is going to look once it's done. Shrutika, I am sorry, I have cut the thread, so I won't be able to show the last knot again, but I can help you with that. It is the same knot that you're going to make to complete your round 5 or round 6 or whichever round. You will do that same knot once again, right in that place, and you will get your sealing knot. I hope that helps you, Shrutika. Thank you so much. All right. So now we are going to do the feathers part. Before that, Sakshi, are you there in the session?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there in the session.
Yeah. Before that, I am handing over the session to Sakshi, and she will be telling us something very interesting. If in case you want to take this as your profession, or you want to learn more about these dream catchers, we have something amazing for you guys. We have a full master course where you can learn different type of webbing patterns, different type of, lot of knowledge about these dream catchers. So yes, Sakshi, over to you. Please guide them with all the details of the masterclass, and we'll be taking this session ahead after 10 minutes.
Absolutely. So I see it has been a great class. So now, guys, I'll allow you to speak in a while. Hari, just give me 2 minutes. I'll be posting all the details of the masterclass. Have a little patience. I'll tell you everything. Don't worry about it. So, guys, before we proceed to tell you about the masterclass, we want to know how many of you are interested in the masterclass. How many of you are willing to register for the masterclass? Quickly give me a yes in the chat box. Quickly. Okay, we see a lot of yes here, but a very few yeses. Okay, there are yeses coming here. All right. Super awesome. So guys, now I'll be sharing my screen with you all. Okay, I want you guys to have a look at the same. Also, we have an amazing surprise for you, so stay tuned. All right. Is my screen visible to you guys? Yes, no, something maybe.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a master class for Dreamcatchers, which is starting from 29 Jan to 6th Feb, Saturday and Sunday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. All right, we'll be having 4 hours of live learning. This is a certified course. You'll be getting a certificate of completion for this course. And if you guys are registering right now in the session, you guys are going to get access to the recordings of the master class and personal mentorship with ma'am throughout lifetime. Like if you want to learn anything more or you have missed anything, you have ma'am to help you out anytime. All right. Also, guys, this is especially for the people who are willing to start their own business. This is a great opportunity for you guys because we will be also teaching you how to set up a business with this. Ma'am, would you please like to explain us the curriculum?
Yes, sure. Okay. So what you have learned today is a basic webbing pattern. Okay. We are going to do the same pattern again, but now we are going to learn how to add beads in the web itself. We are going to learn that one. Second, you're going to learn 3 different type of webbing pattern. That is the horizontal webbing pattern, butterfly webbing pattern, and the spiral webbing pattern. So these are 4 different type of webbing pattern that you're going to learn. We are going to make 2 full dream catchers in our session. One is a medium size and one is a small size dream catcher. So 8-inch and 4-inch. Okay. Other than that, you will be learning how to design the lower part of your work. Okay. It's not just you add beads here and there and you add feathers and the dream catcher